Arjun today?
Maybe. Hey all,
Okay.
this is Dr. J and Professor Spike from live from Long Island, New York, where the weather is pretty damn nice for
Yeah, it's
this
sunny.
summer day. Sunny, warm, yeah, and
Is it warm out? I haven't been outside yet.
yeah, it's pretty warm. It's over 50. It's pretty warm.
I'll
And
take it.
in the sun, it feels pretty good. And on Wall Street, are we warming up a little bit? Let's see.
It's
The
hot and cold.
Yeah, the Dow is down over 100. It had been down about 160 10 minutes ago. So,
Yep,
uh,
94. Yeah.
yeah, so
NASDAQ is down 258. Wow.
the NASDAQ is taking it on the chin. So we should look at the VIX and the SPX at least, maybe the Qs.
Okay. Well, I'm still constantly looking at the IWM because of the whole broader market business that we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
well, the leadership is really a handful of stocks in the S&P 500, the tech stocks. NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Google. That's where those are the generals of the rally. And when they get tired,
Yeah. Right. So,
the
well,
generals need a little R&R. That means the market has to collapse a little bit.
yeah, everybody follows the leader.
So we should look at the generals. We should also look at Athesis because it did collapse to 92 cents.
Yeah,
Where
it's
I
a buck
bought
now.
where I bought a shipload more.
Did you really?
Yeah, I
All
said
right,
I
you might
would.
as well. Actually, it looks like it's bottoming a little bit here,
Yeah.
at least on the weekly. Let me see on the daily. Yeah, and you got a nice little green candle today.
And we should look at AABB as it gets closer to that December 28th launch.
Okay.
And we should look at what else did I write down?
Did you actually make a list?
I
That I have?
actually made a list.
Did you make a list that I should check twice?
Check it
Oh,
at least.
you put Albo, Crisp,
Albo.
Athesis,
Yeah.
Microsoft, Apple, Google, Nvidia,
I think Crisp is
and
not.
I think you should put AMD on that list also, only
Oh,
because everybody thought that was a sure winner, but it's showing some weakness now.
yeah, well, after running up from 2 to 150, it's allowed to show a little weakness. It got
Yeah, I guess.
tired from 2 to
It gets tired
150.
from all that running uphill.
Yeah. All right, so let's see who's here today.
Oh,
Spoon is here.
we got Spoon. He wants this. He's imploring us to
Oh,
donate to the
yeah.
Red Cross, which is a great
This
idea.
is a very good cause. I mean, when you take a look at what's going on the news, and it gets you. So yeah, this is definitely a worthy cause. And apparently, Spoon is either in Kentucky or Tennessee or one of those
Yeah, no.
places.
In general, though, the Red Cross is always there when you need them. I mean, I think there's two ways you can go donate to a specific situation, and then you could also just put it into that general fund, so
Yeah,
to give them discretion. So either
yeah.
way, you can make yourself happy if you want to go for a specific cause, or if you want to just
I'm sure
make sure the Red
I'm
Cross is whole.
sure if you look on Google, you'll find quite a few places where you could donate to this disaster, the cleanup. And Linda, how you doing, Linda? How the quads? Andrew's with us.
Mm-hmm.
Regamarco, all the way from Switzerland. And Professor Spike, all the way from Long Island, New York. And Patrick is with us. Good morning, Patrick. P. Ing is with us today. Let's see what Patrick has to say. The generals have been painting the SPX tape while the rest of the market tanks. Yes. This is a classic example of top formation. Yes.
Yeah.
In addition, the insiders have been selling their shares in droves. You mean Elon? You're talking about Elon Musk selling? He like he
You know
wants
something? Yeah, maybe they know stuff we don't.
he wants to touch the green. You know what I mean? He wants
Yeah,
to touch
he's,
the green.
he's gonna swim in it.
Yeah, and the CEO of Microsoft has been selling.
Has
There's
he?
a lot of selling going
Yeah,
on.
no. Microsoft has been showing a little bit of weakness.
By the
Apple,
general,
Apple's still the still lofty.
insiders of the generals have been selling. Maybe they know, like you say, classically, historically, they tend to know when to sell. They sell at the peaks.
Right,
The
like
CEOs of the
rats off a
market.
sinking ship.
Yeah. So this is a very scary sign, along with just looking at the charts, along with the sphere index, the VIX. We should look at that as well. So Patrick made a very, very good point. So when you have the very little winners, very few winners, and mainly losers in the market, when the breadth of winners to losers is very, very shallow, then it's not good.
Well,
AQS,
yeah, then today is not a good day.
yeah, today is not a good day. What's the bottom for BCRX and AUPH? Yeah, it's a good question, Linda.
Yeah, I know. I got into UPH around 2021, and now it looks like we might have a chance at like
It,
18 or even
it
lower.
largely depends on what the bottom is for the market as a whole, and in particular the IBB and the XBI.
Yeah. I mean, because we're still thinking that those two stocks are,
Oh
going to be
man,
exceptional.
Patrick with the inflation nonsense
Yeah,
again.
Patrick is like I said, he's headed for the
No,
bunkers.
Patrick, say, repeat after me. That inflation is transitory.
Transitory.
The word,
These numbers are a little overblown, I think.
the word that Fed Chief Powell deleted. Transitory is the inflation.
And he had to get rid of that word because it's going to
Not
last a
going
little
to
bit
18,
longer.
if it goes to 18 to 20%, that would be. I can't begin to tell you how bad it would be. It's not going to
Well,
happen.
that if that happened, I would slow down the pace at which I pay off my house.
Yeah. I don't think it's that kind of inflation is going to happen. At least not in the next year. Money grows. Oh, Patrick, you're painting a gloomy picture here. SPX below 4,000. Well, that's nothing compared to you. If the other two scenarios hold up, the SPX will be well below 4,000.
Yes,
More like 3,000. Wide chain gap widens. Oh my goodness. China collapses.
that one's hard to buy.
DWAC to $48, Sorrento to $6, and Southern California real estate will fly to the moon. This is
Why
an
Southern
interesting
California?
scenario. Well, real estate always does good in an inflationary environment, so that's consistent with that.
Yeah, but why Southern California as
It'll
opposed to
be
say Utah?
it'll be throughout the country, and probably in particular Southern California, because that real estate just zooms whenever there's a boom.
Yeah, I know. It's got double the volatility of where we live.
Yeah.
Certainly. Innovis. Why do
Nova
we keep talking about Innovis? It's such a heartbreaker.
fighting with $20 next data readout orientation, February 2022. Orphan drug designation status might be any day. Phase 3 start about May 2022. That's the problem. The shorts have too much time to play before significant milestones are met. And that's the problem with Athesis. That's why they were able to take it down to
Right.
$100, knowing full
That's why I
well
keep looking at dead money.
there will not be a catalyst in Athesis until at least the end of March of 2022. So they have 4 months to play. this is and 4 months is like an eternity in the stock market,
Sure.
especially with these little biotechs. So let's look at one more before we start.
Yeah, Patrick is saying that
China,
all the Chinese money that's not finding profit over in China will come to California and buy real estate.
I thought it comes to New York real estate in a big way.
Well, only if Wall Street stays.
Yeah. Okay, so
So yeah, we should definitely look at some of the things that people are talking about besides your list. But your list has got some good stuff too. You want to
yeah,
start with the VIX? You want to start with the VIX and the SPX?
okay. I should take the comment away, right?
Sure. And before you go, you should check to see if Arjun's in the back in the wings.
No, he isn't.
Okay.
Don't know if he's going to make it today. He was talking about us being okay as long as the VIX stays under 21. Well, I got news for you. It's not under 21.
Well, it's somewhat good news for me, except I sold a bunch because for tax reasons. I'm taking such a hit on it. Let's see, what is it? What is it now?
I think it's over 22 to VIX index. Maybe 23. Last I looked, I think it was 22 and a half. Okay, so let's see where the indices are. S&P is down 1%. The Dow is only down 0.32%, 114 points. NASDAQ is down 1.5%, 237 points. And the Russell is down 0.86%. The Russell is doing slightly better than the S&P, which is unusual. The Dow is doing the best of all of them. And the fear index is 2202, VIX. We'll take a look at the VIX. I've seen it higher today, I know that.
Well, the only problem with the VIX is it's not a pure volatility play. It's more a sell on the market.
Yeah.
I mean, so you might as well be looking at the what was it, the short?
I call it a fear index. There actually is something called the fear index.
Is there really?
I think so.
Is your machine running pretty slow?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Nothing's happening. I clicked full screen. We may not be looking at charts today. Well, I may let you.
I mean, if we want, I could share some charts. If yours is going too slow.
If it doesn't speed up, we'll turn it over to you. Because to wait 10 minutes for a chart to load is not too good.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a beautiful looking chart. Sort of. All right, so it's a solid green candle today, which took us above Arjun's $21 that he was talking about on Friday, right? High at 23 today, come back down a little. Let's draw this trend line in. We've been trending. Let's see what we get. from about here. Well, what do you know? We have 1, 2, 3, at least 4 touches, maybe 5. And we're sitting right above the 50, right? Is that the 50? That's the 50. We're sitting right above the 50. And I can't even tell. All the indices coming together here, all the moving averages coming together. The 100 is in there somewhere. Can't tell. The 100, the 200, and the 50, they all together? Looks that way, right? They're all inseparable.
Yeah, no, I know. It's a lot of consolidation, I guess.
Yeah, so this is a very key point, which is the 50, I think, is support on the VIX. Let's see where the 50 is anyway. The 50 is at 1922. 1922 could be support. The VIX is looking kind of bullish lately, and that's not a good sign. Not a good sign. It looks to me like the trend line is actually very good support, and that would bring us to about also 1950 on a touch. That number is coming up all the time, which is also the low of today's candle, 1967. I think that looks like support, the bottom of today's candle. At least in the short term, it's support. And that's not a good sign for the markets. So the VIX turning up with renewed energy is not a good sign for the markets. Let's take a look at SPY.
Yeah, because I was just looking at IWM, and it looks like it's showing a sell signal also.
Oh, man.
Are you doing it?
I'll look at the Qs. I'm going to look at them all.
Okay.
Because the macro picture is very, very important. There's a lot of potential reasons why this stock market could collapse. And the charts are reflecting that fear right now and uncertainty. So the 100 is acted as support right in here, going back a week. And right now, I think the 50 is the first level of defense on a declining S&P 500. So that would put the 50 is at where is it? 457.62, only 5 points lower than where we are now on SPY. So that would be the first level of defense, the 50-day moving average. The second level of defense would be this low or the 100, basically the same thing. 460. No, that don't make sense. The red. There's my
450.36.
450, yes.
Yeah.
So that would be the second line of defense, 450, which would be 12 more points, or about another 3%. It would be a little yucky, but bearable, right? Tolerable.
Yeah, 3% is tolerable. Especially,
here.
like we said, with the volatility being what it is. I mean, to not expect swings above 1% here and there this next couple of weeks.
Let's see if we can get the trend line on the S&P.
Do you see a trend line?
Well, I'm trying to.
You're a line savant, I know, Dr. J. So if there's a line to be seen, you would see it.
I see it. Yeah, I mean, I suppose this would be trend line support right around where the 50 is, a little below the 50. That would be trend line support, maybe 455. So we have support below here. It doesn't look that ominous, really. It would look ominous to me if the support gets taken out. So let's draw the line that would look ominous to me. This does not look ominous yet.
No, it doesn't.
Yet.
Looks like you got plenty of room.
Yeah.
See, I'm seeing a triple top there. I know it has a little bit more, but
yeah, but this is the ominous situation. A break of the line I just drew would be
450 certainly. Yeah, I mean you got a lot of real estate to get to there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, if you start seeing it, we can't ignore it.
449, something like that. That would be pretty. A break of that would be pretty ominous already. Then you're looking at this line, four and a quarter. Right in here. I already had drawn that line.
Right.
Yeah, that would be 4 and a quarter would be like the line in the sand. That if it goes down that far, that would be, we'd feel that. That would be nasty fall. 4 and a quarter.
You know, it's going to take some. You know how sometimes they pump up news so that the market could do what it's planning on doing anyway.
Well, if we continue with the buy to dip type thing, then it's not going to get below the 448, 449.
I know,
level.
but if anybody talks credibly about going back onto the bunkers, if anybody starts worrying about Russia piling up their arms in Ukraine, they talk about China, getting it to Taiwan. These would be things that we have that we could inflate.
Well,
give the market an excuse to tank.
Putin is rather bored. He's got all the money he needs, so now he's trying to amuse himself in other ways.
Okay.
So that makes him dangerous. It's hard to figure him. I personally don't think that he will go into Ukraine.
No, I don't think so either. But like I said, that doesn't change the psychology of the market.
No.
If the market is looking for an excuse, they'll find one.
One more fear. And Taiwan, I think for sure nothing's going to happen for a long time with Taiwan.
Isn't that what they said about Hong Kong?
Well, no, Hong Kong, we knew something was going to happen. There was a lease. Was there not?
Yeah, I know. It was a slow coup, just like I think with Taiwan.
Hong Kong, we knew it was in the
we knew something was going to come up eventually.
Yeah,
but we were hoping otherwise.
Yeah. So
anyway,
look, this picture is not ominous. It's buy the dip. It's another buy the dip story. So.
Right.
I'm not saying you can't get it cheaper than where it is now. You probably can, because we are in a little downswing. We have a triple top, as you like to say, right?
Yes.
And you called this triple top. Basically, you're right. It's a triple top.
I don't know, but I've always been the more pessimistic, which is why I've still been holding on to my VIX since 2 Marches ago.
Yeah.
One day I plan on building on this land.
It's not a very, it looks like we have a lot of topping action going on here on the S&P. So it's not a very bullish picture, I'll tell you that much. At least short term anyway, it looks like, and I said this earlier, that we're more likely to be going down to this line then up to that line. So I'm figuring more likely to get a retest of that 448 level than to get a retest of the 472 level. And so there's more, the downside I think is 2-to-1 favorite over the long side on the short term. That's how I view it. 2-to-1 favorite.
It's funny how that candle is right in the middle. So it's like it's almost a coin flip.
Yeah, I mean, it is a coin flip, but I'm putting the odds more favorably in terms of a continuation of the negative Momo with a test of 450 before we get to 470. 450 before 470, which it's only 8 points away from 470, 12 points away from 450. But I would bet on 450 before 470 right now. What would you take the action on?
You know, like I said, I'm a pessimist, so I would go down also.
All right. We need Arjun.
I mean, like I said, I'm also looking at the IWM, and the IWM is sort of showing some sort of downward mo.
Well, IWM is already down about 10%, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's 10% off of the high, but it's just below that year. You know, if you take the full year and you look at that line, we went back to that line that we drew from from the last year. So you're on the daily now, right? So if you squeeze that a little bit, if you squeeze it a little bit,
I will. I'll draw the lines you're talking about, 209 to 234. I remember them.
Exactly. You have it memorized.
209 to 234, which was sitting there for about 9-10 months.
Yeah, and we're back right in that range again.
Yeah. In fact, I have it drawn. Here's the 234. There's the 206. I did draw it.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's already there. You could move it up.
You could move up a little to 210. So it's 210 to 234. And we're very close to that 210 level. We break that, there could be a little trouble.
Indeed.
This too looks much more likely to retest the 210, 209 level than to take out the high at what was that recent high?
226.
244.
Oh, the big one. I think you're talking about that little local.
245, 244. We're off 30 points from the high.
We're not going to see that before the end of the year. No way.
That's 12.5% already. That's significant, isn't it?
It is, but like I said, I'm not even looking. I'm looking off that 234 that you wrote. Yeah, I think that was just a little blip.
Yeah, but
little opportunity to get in and make some dough.
From peak to trough, we're almost at trough. Is about 13%, and we go down to. I think we could easily go down a few more points to 209. Test that level.
Yeah.
So this thing is a wild swing to the downside, terrible swing to the downside, frightening swing to the downside. And you want to make sure that 209 holds, because if that don't hold, I think it's curtains.
Yeah, no, you got some even, if you look, you got some old weakness that you could be testing.
Yeah.
You already had that line there. I was going to go a little higher than that. I drew the line at that gap. You see where that gap is right there before the big jump up?
We have this big green candle here.
Okay.
190.
I was even going lower than that. I was going around the 170s.
190 should be support. We're right where it hit the 9-day. I would think that should be support. 190. So if 210 gets taken out, 190 is in play. That's how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
another 10%. That would be the first line of support. And after that, you're probably looking at filling this gap down here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, right?
Filling that gap at around
175.
yeah,
71 even, right? If you take the top.
164 would be the gap fill.
Yeah, I was taking the top, the previous
That
marks.
would be nasty, but very possible, because there's a lot of support right in that area of 165.
Yeah, I personally I don't think it's going to go that bad, but you never know.
Well, you know, I don't either, but if you do get a clean break of this 200 area, there's a damn good chance 165 is in play. Damn good chance. That would make it from peak to trough. If that happens, you're looking at 245 to 165. That's 80-point drop. 24 times 3 is
Yeah, it's 30%.
It's over 30%. Over 30%. Yeah. That would be very, 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 very nasty, but certainly possible. And the scary thing about it is it could do it a lot quicker than it took to gain all those points. So to go from this date 11/2/20, from the end of 2020, it took us till, where did we hit this peak? Till 11/8/2021. It took us a year to make that gain.
No, that year, right. But that growth that we had right after COVID was pretty substantial.
Well, then we're going back even further, yeah.
No. Are we on that far back? Oh, okay. Well, even there.
Yeah, I'm talking 11 to 11, November to November, 1 year. It
right.
gained.
And then since then, we had a good November. We had a good November, December, January.
It gained 40%. Around 40%. That's a huge.
Right.
Well, that's a pretty huge move. Almost 50%. Almost 50% move. That's huge. Huge move up, and that's
I'm still calling that a recovery from the prior.
But my point is, it won't take a year to get back down there if it happens.
I hear you.
If it happens, it'll happen in a few months, 3 months to get back down there. It'll be back down there by the end of February. If as soon as this thing collapses below 200, it'll be real quick down to 165. That's what I think. So there's a lot of danger in the market. Let's hope that the dip buyers keep coming in. We want that. We want every little.
We also got the year-end sellers to worry about. Also,
the what?
The year-end sellers.
Yeah. Well, that's already tapering off. For the most part.
Somebody requested AT&T, believe it or not.
AT&T?
Yeah.
Why not?
I just looked at it. But,
I haven't looked at AT&T in the longest time.
It's not a very. I mean, I bought in actually. I bought in just recently because I figured that if they made a deal for, I'm still thinking content is king in this world, and they have their hands on a lot of decent content with the Time Warner stuff, but for whatever reason, it's not turning into big money. I guess because they're losing on all the rest.
We're up 2 cents. That's not bad. A terrible day.
No, I know it's showing nibble signs. On the weekly, it looks even worse on the weekly.
This is not the Ma Bell that our grandmas invested in, is it?
No, certainly not.
This is not the Ma Bell that the little old ladies earned their 2% yield. Oh man, you don't want to be in this. Buy Verizon.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't even want, I don't even want to
You know,
look
I
at
mean,
this.
I don't regret my move because I didn't do it like at those peaks, but
It's getting
you
me
know,
sick looking at this chart. No,
yeah.
just buy Verizon. What do you need this for? Oh, what do you need it for? You don't need it. But
Yeah.
you want something that looks terrible? Let's go to CRISPR.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's dump on our crowd.
Yeah, let's dump on the crap we own instead of the crap that we don't own.
Right. And then we got to look at Irinia then after that.
Look at this. We're up on a down day. Do you believe that?
Well, there's your nibble sign. Are we weekly or monthly? I'm weekly or daily on that.
I think this is a weekly still. I'm not sure. Let's see when it loads. We're still up on a down day, regardless of whether the chart is weekly or daily.
Oh yeah, no, actually, this on the daily, it's not quite engulfing.
We're up on a down day, no matter whether it's weekly or daily, but this is the weekly chart. And the weekly chart, also similar to AT&T, wants to make you puke. But at least I see a little hint of green. There was
No,
no hint of green.
you got that nibble sign that you always look for.
The AT&T chart there was no green to be found.
No, it's a falling knife.
Yeah, it's total bloodbath. Well, this has been a falling knife too, but maybe the knife quit falling. That's the thing. Just maybe.
It's happening right around the 200.
Let's take a look at the daily anyway.
Yeah, no, it's moderating around the 200, which is interesting.
Daily is even scarier looking. My goodness. What a yucky poo. We almost have an engulfing candle forming today. Just misses. I think it just misses. Let's see the low of the day.
The tails match.
70.39. The low of the day 70.22. We have an engulfing.
Yeah.
We do have an engulfing. That's nice for whatever it's worth. And also we have a nice candle at the actual bottom. It came back off the lows to finish with that thumbtack that I like. So I like that candle. I like the candle we're putting in today. Maybe it's going to start its journey
Maybe
back.
it's time.
Wow, what a fall! I've been buying into this fall.
Oh, you've been averaging down.
I've been averaging down. Yeah, now I hope to be averaging up on the second half.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, that's the whole idea. A nibble means nibble. A nibble doesn't mean throw your whole load on it right away.
No,
Let's see what happens.
but if you look at the amount of money I'm down on this, you'd say that I took some more than nibbles. I took some bites.
No, I get that. But there's still hope for the technology. Just going to be dead money for about a year or so.
Definitely. I'm very bullish this stock, even though I'm down on paper. And I think we should, just maybe the falling knife is done falling. Just maybe. And
You want to look at
what about
AUPH?
some of its? Which one?
AUPH.
Arenia?
Yeah, because for some reason it took a dump today, and I don't know why. I mean, nobody said definitively that whatever potential for deals. I mean, the people on the stock Twits were like, "Oh, there's never going to be a deal," but
there will be a deal. Arena Pharmaceuticals finally swung the deal. This one will too. There will be a deal. And we know the bottom is 17.25. It dares not go lower than that. It will not go lower than 17.25. So we're very, very close to the bottom here. I think you can buy it at 17.35. I think it will test one more time. I don't think it goes below it, but if it does, no problem. You have the 50 waiting, 200 waiting, whatever it is. 200.
Right.
200 is waiting at 1674. So you have a lot of support underneath where we are.
No, I know. When I first owned this years ago, that was my price average.
Definitely worth owning. Definitely worth buying. All of the above.
All right. Do you want to pick from one of the ones you announced?
Athesis back above $1. It was a gift here at 92 cents. Remember, I said I hope it goes back to 92 cents so I could buy. And
That's right. You did say that. Did you buy at that price?
I sure did. I paid 92
Okay.
cents. 92 and a half cents to be precise.
Nice.
Yeah. So that brings my average price down a lot. So
Yeah, closer to $1.50.
whatever. I'm happy that I was able to buy it at 92 cents.
Yeah, no, I get you. I mean, did anything now, right? Right, Jiggy?
I really feel that there's an excellent shot that it becomes approved in Japan and come next April, May, whatever. So why not own it? It's only for a matter of months now, as opposed to years. I've been in it for so many years. I'm not going to sell it. I might as well buy more.
Certainly not at this point.
No. I think it hit bottom. I don't think if 92 cents goes, it would be horrible because there is no bottomless pit below 92 cents.
Right.
So it would be awful. There was a tremendous amount of buying come in at 92 cents. So I don't think it'll go below it. The shorts would have to really go all out, launch an all-out offensive to get it below 92 cents.
And what can they get for that, really?
I don't know. I mean, if it goes below 92 cents, it can drop precipitously to 43 cents and finish the day at 100.
We were about a year or so ago. We were at about 75 cents or something like that at the worst.
I don't remember it lower than 92 cents. So, but the whole time that I owned it. It's not that I can remember, it's lower than 92 cents. And I own it a lot of years.
I know you've had this for a long time, I know.
So I would say this is a place to buy if you think that there will be success in Japan on the treasure trial for a ischemic stroke. I do think there will be, so I'm in it. CTIC, by the way, has been rallying. That's why I had it up the other day.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look then. That's good news. Yeah, you're right. It has been below for a good number of years.
Well, you see, it took out the day of the collapse. It took out the high, and it should now fill this gap at the low of the day, which was around two and a quarter. I see 2 1/4. Net, I'm not sure, but I see 2 1/4.
Right.
Another 15 cents up.
They didn't really have that bad news, but the news was that they had to wait, right?
Correct. Another 2.5 months, or 2 months, whatever it is. Well, it's from this day, from 11:30.
Yeah,
so you got to wait 3 months from the end of November. So December, January, February, but by March, we should know.
Right. So you might have plenty of opportunities to average up until then.
Whether the myelofibrosis drug is approved or not, I think it will be. So again, just like Athesis, I think this one will ultimately get approval. So what happens after the PDUFA run? That's the problem, right, Professor Spike?
A PDUFA, you calling those two green arrows, those two green candles a PDUFA run?
No, it's too early for PDUFA run.
No, I'm saying before that, the one before November. That was because think about it. Those whatever PDUFA run we were thinking about.
This was
those
PDUFA
days. Right there,
yeah,
yes.
The high day, 285. 285, that was the PDUFA run.
That was the PDUFA run.
Yeah, yes, it
right.
was. And it happened.
And then it fell off the cliff like it always does, right?
Yeah. Look.
Just
I mean,
just like VBID.
Well, VBID was approved and fell off the cliff. This one was not approved.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter what the news is.
Yeah, apparently it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
Because like I said, you can take the same news. Oh man, you approved us. Geez, now we have to go spend money.
But it will matter for ethicists. That will make a difference. First of all, they're not the ones that are producing. They're producing the drug, but the ones that are selling it are Helios in Japan. I think it makes a big difference to ethicists. Unlike the CTI, if they get approval, maybe it goes back to 285.
Right.
But
if that's
after that, I'm not sure what happens. Do we get another typical post-PDUFA sell-off? So this one, I think there's profits to be made, but you can't be too greedy on CTIC. What else did I have on my list?
I'll tell you in a sec. You had VIX, Albo, CRISPR. Yeah, we didn't talk about Albo. Athesis, AABB, Microsoft, Apple, Google, and nvda.
Albo is a perfect example of what happens after PDUFA approval. It was $35 or so after PDUFA.
Right, it was.
But it's coming back. Where did I put the symbol in? No, I didn't.
ALBO, yeah.
Maybe it's just taking a long time, like forever. ALB. I know I put it in. Just taking forever. Take a little nap between the charts.
Right, between stocks.
Wake me up when it loads. I should get some joy to tell in between charts loading.
This is why I bought myself two
Where's
computers.
Jiggly? We need Jiggly to wake us up today.
Well, he's not going to wake the market up.
Alberio is down for a change. For a change, it's down. Oh my goodness! I don't know what looks worse. This or AT&T.
I know, it's pretty bad. Oh, because I own them. They're all looking bad.
Oh.
But yeah, this one at least it's not falling off. It looks like it's moderating a little bit.
Yeah, the rate of the acceleration of the decline is easing.
Exactly.
It's declining slower.
And at least that's a daily, not a weekly. If you look at the weekly just stinks.
I'm going to try to be optimistic here. It looks like there's a rounding going on.
Yeah, no, that's what I'd say. It's moderating.
Yeah, it looks like there's a rounding.
Finding a bit of a bottom.
Yeah, maybe we're turning the corner on this one. That's about all I can say on a positive note.
I mean, it's supposed to be at least a $25 stock.
Yeah. What was next?
And we were hoping for 30. We were hoping to bust 30.
Mr. Softy has been a big market leader.
Mr. Softy, right?
Da. I like Mr.
Softy.
I like Mr. Softy. Everyone likes Mr. Softy.
Give you $2 and I'll rip you off. My name is Mr. Softy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm looking at the weekly. How come mine shows up faster than yours does?
And mine is just ridiculous. My speed of my computer today. And I wound up with MS instead of MSFT.
Are you at Morgan Stanley?
Maybe it's a good omen. We should be
Yeah,
buying
because
financial.
they're giving back 3% today. They're down 11. But there's still a gap to fill around 310. If there's going to be any bad news coming up,
Morgan Stanley. Let's give it a look. Why not?
might as well.
Look at that. Look at the candle it's forming today. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a financial. So with the presumption that interest rates are going up, I guess.
It
Because they
should
got a
go
bank
down.
too, don't they?
Yeah, of course it did. But this is a nice engulfing candle.
Yeah, I know.
I like Morgan Stanley right now. I like the picture.
Can't say I blame you. It's certainly a better version of the IWM.
Yeah, I like the picture. I mean, I haven't looked at other financials, and I did this quite accidentally, but I like what I see. I like the engulfing candle today. I know it's been in a downtrend, but not a hell of a terrible one considering.
Oh, and look at it. You got it engulfing today.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Should I actually try one more time on Mr. Softy?
Might as well. Because Mr. Softy's not having nearly as good a day.
Yeah.
Very similar shapes, though. Very similar shapes. The only difference is today.
Yeah, Mr. Softy is.
I'm looking at both charts, one on top of the other.
It's all in the clouds. The cloud business has been doing sensational for Amazon, Softy, Oracle. It's all in the clouds. It had been down a lot worse today and bounced hard off the 50.
Oh yeah, look at that tail. You're right.
So Softy has got a lot of.
50.
You just buy Softy on any weakness. It's one of the generals. Until the market gives it up, Mr. Softy is a leader. Buy. I mean, today's action tells you to buy bounce off the 50. It's a buy right now.
All right.
Let's take a look at Google, another market leader.
Okay, we do one or two more, and then we have to head out.
Yeah, we'll call it quits after. Well, we did Apple another time. And the other one I want to do is NVIDIA, but you want me to do AMD instead, maybe?
Well, yeah, AMD, right. That's the one I wanted to see. And Mark was asking you about Hood.
All right, Hood. I think Arjun got hoodwinked.
You got hoodwinked on Hood?
Yeah, he bought it on. He bought it live, and it's continued to collapse.
Yeah, it didn't show the nibble signal yet.
Yeah.
I nibbled a little bit after it went down a little bit further, but I was gonna wait for a little upturn if there is.
Google doesn't want to load. I think Google has come off its highs harder than Microsoft. I wanted to show the chart. Google has been maybe outside of Apple, maybe the market leader, up from 1,800 to over 3,000. So how hard did it look at this turnaround candle today? Beautiful. A lot of these tech names that we're looking at now, they're all turning around. The Dow is only down 70 now, and that's why. Everything's turning around. The whole market is turning around.
Yeah, look at that. It bounced off. It bounced off to what 50, and then just came back to the. Oh no, it's the 100. Bounced off the 100 and
Yeah.
went back to the 50 real quick.
Look
So
at
just
that
taste.
beautiful long stem bottom. Wow. Long wick.
Yeah, you like those.
Yeah, I love them. Love the chart on this one. Unbelievable performer. I probably like this one even better than Microsoft. Look at the 100. It's been a trend line.
Mm-hmm.
Been a tremendous support. The 100 is amazing support. It's like an automatic buy when it hits 100, as it was today. So just buy Google, buy Microsoft. There's no reason not to continue. And you want me to end with AMD?
Might as well.
Buy nvda, buy Apple, buy Amazon, buy them all. And this one probably is also in that category.
It's showing. It did
been
drop.
dropping like a falling knife. This is the first solid green candle that I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Even, you know,
This might be
nice.
a buy. This might be a live buy for me because I've been
Well,
looking to get back in.
But don't you want to see a follow-up green tomorrow?
I don't know. I guess so. Yeah. I mean, my price average is right around here.
Well, I guess you could nibble if you want.
I'll take a look. See how much I own.
At the same time that it had a beautiful candle, it also made another low today. Lower low.
Did.
And it did not make a higher high. So even though it's
That's
a solid green candle, good looking candle, it's still continuing the downtrend. It hasn't broken that down. I want to give it another.
I know that. I see what you mean.
I want to give it another day
Right, because same thing with Hood. The problem with Arjun buying Hood when he did was that there really was no sign that that knife was going to stop falling at all.
Yeah,
Here, at least you got a green at the end.
we told him wait for a green candle. We told him.
Right.
You and I both told him.
Mm-hmm.
We still haven't gotten that green candle.
No, not yet. But again, it does look like it's moderating a little bit. If you look at that last,
a little recovery today
right,
from the lows, moderate, mild. It doesn't look like you can. The chart is telling you not to enter yet.
you're trusting you might still have a little bit of bargain left.
I mean, it might work out for Arjun because he's got the December 23.
Yeah, he didn't buy the stock outright. What he did was he bought the put anyway. He sold the put.
Yeah, it might work out for him.
I bought the stock outright about a day too later.
Oh, okay.
But
well, you'll be averaging down. It looks like.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get back in until it really shows the nibble sign.
So I'm happy that the markets are coming back as we're chatting. Let's see what I'm going to look and give it. See what the averages are now. The Dow is only down 50. You believe that?
Okay, so that was down 90 when we started the show.
Yeah. So that's very good. Let's check somebody out. The SPX.
Yeah, it's a late day moderation. I like that.
IBB is down 2 cents. The IWM is down $1 to 214.85, and the SPX and Qs maybe. The Qs are down 438 to 387.89, and the SPX, SPY, whatever. SPY is only down 463.43. So everything's come back nicely. Let's come back towards the end of the day. Let's see if it can continue into the close. This has been Professor Spike and Dr. J coming to you live from Long Island, New York. Very enthusiastic about the way the market is closing. We want to see a continuation into the close. But I want to see green into the close. How's that?
Yes,
That would be nice.
that would be nice. That would be real nice.
Are you asking? Telling us? Oh, you're asking?
Oh no, I think he was asking. That was the message from before. That's what got us. That's what got us thinking
Yeah,
about
I
it.
think you probably can.
You can
Keep
probably
your
wait it.
eye out on it because we all know it's going to turn around. We looked at T, but we didn't look at Amazon. But always right time to buy Amazon, right, Professor Spike?
Never
It's
a wrong
always the
time.
right time, never the wrong time. And it's always the right time to subscribe to our channel.
That's right.
Hit that subscribe button, hit the notify button, hit any button you see there. Amazon's only down 20. It's coming back.
All right.
Bye, Amazon. Adios, amigos. Have a great weekend. Keep in touch with us so you know whether or not the Msft is going to strike or not to the markets, or whether it's just another buy the dip.
Right.
Hasta la vista.
Bye bye.
Ciao.